Our top story today from thegatewaypundit.com, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene sounds the alarm after Capitol Police conduct a late-night casualty evacuation exercise with 12 helicopters buzzing over Capitol Hill. They are planning to maintain control of the Capitol. What does this mean? We're covering this and so much more here on the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review. My name is Elijah Schaffer, and this is the Gateway Pundit's Week in Review, where we cover the top 5 stories of the last 24 hours. Our top story today, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene is sounding the alarm. Jim Hoff has the full report. The U.S. Capitol Police, in coordination with federal agencies, conducted a casualty evacuation exercise Monday night, just after a week before Election Day. In a public notice, the U.S. Capitol Police stated, "Exercise. This evening, the United States Capitol Police and our federal partners are conducting a routine training exercise on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. Please do not be alarmed if you see emergency vehicles and low-flying helicopters." This evening, the United States Capitol Police and our federal partners posted this directly on X. Now, this exercise took place 1 week after the Capitol Police conducted a campus-wide evacuation drill. Exercise this morning at approximately 10 a.m., we will have a campus-wide evacuation exercise. The routine drill is in coordination with our legislative branch partners. Expect temporary street closures to include Constitution Avenue, Independence Avenue, and D Street Northeast, Capitol Police wrote on Monday, October 21st. Now, the timing of the exercise, coming just as the 2024 elections approach, has raised alarms among some conservative leaders, including Representatives Marjorie Taylor Greene. Greene has issued a stark warning about what she believes is a calculated move by Democrats to secure the Capitol ahead of January 6, the date designated for certification of the presidential election. In a statement to her supporters, Greene argued that the Democrats are ramping up security measures in Washington not to protect the people, but to further entrench their hold on the government should they lose seats in the House. She obviously said that Trump told us to make it big, too big to rig, and we are on our way to making that happen as long as everyone votes for Trump. But we are in danger of losing the House with approximately 20 House seats literally to lose. Without the House, we cannot pass critical legislation to bring forward the MAGA agenda. But also, if Democrats control the House, they will refuse to certify President Trump's election on January 6th. They've already said that they won't certify. Leading into this election just in the past few months, Democrats are making big moves to secure the Capitol in January for certification on the 6th. Last night, Capitol Police conducted a casualty evacuation exercise on the East Front with multiple helicopters. This comes after the Department of Defense signed off on a military force to be used to assist police against the American people. Mayorkas designated January 6 as a special security event through Homeland Security. Mayor Browser of D.C. requesting security for January 6 and announcements of fencing to be erected January 1st through the 21st. Now, what this means overall for the entire movement is clear. Look, Mike Pence was a traitor, and he said, I'm going to certify the election no matter what. Democrats, they play to their own. They say, we're not going to certify this. And if you want to try to make this election happen, if you want to put Trump into office, if we don't rig the election entirely, good luck on that. And watch my words. Something insane will happen, and you don't want to wait around to find out and see. That being said, the Biden administration is in hot water as the White House has a new spin after Joe Biden called millions of Trump supporters garbage. It's so pathetic that even CNN isn't buying it. If you don't remember this, Joe Biden said this on a clip. Watch.
Or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware, they're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is just a...
So it sounded like he misspoke, and we'll give him that. However, we're not going to give the Democrats any room. Joe Biden came out to clarify his statement, saying, "Earlier today, I referred to the hateful rhetoric about Puerto Rico spewed by Trump supporters at Madison Square Garden rally as garbage, which is the only word that I can think of to describe it. His demonization of Latinos is unconscionable. That's all I meant to say. The comments at the rally don't reflect who we are as a nation." However, even CNN isn't buying this, as Kamala Harris is distancing herself from Joe Biden more than she already has. Listen to this panel and what they had to say on CNN. Check this out.
When the White House is trying to say that what President Biden was saying, they're putting an apostrophe there in supporters, saying it's the singular, I guess referring to the comedian, that supporters comments. I mean, it's hard to really look at that when you can listen to it for yourself. When the White House is
Yeah, so when you can actually listen to this for yourself, it's hard to reconcile the fact that once again, we're being asked to believe a downright lie. Okay? Joe Biden was telling people that Trump supporters are garbage. And And whether or not he meant to say it, look, they've been pushing the very fine people hoax for far too long, and it's about time that we hold their feet to the fire. That being said, I want to remind you of something very important. You know, Mike Lindell is one of the greatest patriots in American history. He's been fighting for election integrity, and you know he's going to fight for us this year. That's why stores are starting to cancel their MyPillow orders to try to hurt his main business. Luckily for us, their loss is your gain. For the first time ever, you will get a standard classic MyPillow for the wholesale price of only $14.88. That's $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, they are going to offer their entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Get a queen size MyPillow for just $18.88, and you can upgrade to a king size for only $1 more. Now, again, if you're feeling lonely at night and Jesus' presence is not enough for you, you want something physical as well, get the body pillow for only $29.88 and the multi-use MyPillows if you're on a budget for $9.88. Go to mypillow.com, mypillow.com. Use my promo code Elijah there, ELIJAH, or you can click the link in the description. You can also call 1-800-210-8491 to take advantage of the wholesale pricing. Limit is 10. You can also get free shipping on orders over $75. That being said, our next story, the Gateway Pundit reports voter suppression. Bucks County Emergency Services shuts down Doylestown voting line early as Republicans surge on the final day. Outrage is building as reports indicate Bucks County Emergency Services shut down the Doylestown in-person voting line early on the final day for absentee ballot requests. This outrageous act of disenfranchisement comes after prominent voices, including Elon Musk and conservative activist Scott Presler, encouraged Pennsylvanians to turn out and take advantage of every last opportunity to cast their votes. Elon Musk took to social media to rally Pennsylvanians, urging this is the last day you can request an absentee ballot in Pennsylvania. Moreover, you can hand it in immediately in person so it never touches the mail. Please bring anyone who you know to vote today. Similarly, Scott Presler emphasized a step-by-step process for those seeking in-person demand ballots, instructing voters to stay in line, document their wait, and return your ballot in person at the drop box. You can read the tweet there. Now, James Blair, political director for the Trump campaign and RNC, shared a video of Bucks County Emergency Services shutting down the Doylestown voting line. According to the Bucks County Elections website, Doylestown was scheduled to close at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Bucks County Emergency Services shut down the Doylestown voting center early, despite Democrat Governor Josh Shapiro's assurance that counties would accommodate anyone in line by 5 p.m. Today is the last day to apply for your mail-in ballot in Pennsylvania. If you're in line at a county elections office by 5 p.m., counties must give you an opportunity to apply for your mail ballot. Our department is working with all counties to ensure every eligible voter who wants to vote by mail can do so. However, what are you doing about this, Governor Shapiro? This is Bucks County Emergency Services shutting down lines by 2:30 p.m. So the election meddling hasn't stopped. We're still in a position where no matter what we want to do on a federal level, local commissions are trying to make it more and more difficult for individuals to get their vote out. What do we do about this? It's a very good question. It's remarkable to me that we still live in a day and age where we're trying to justify why our local municipal counties find ways to make voting as difficult as damn possible. I digress. Our next story, FBI whistleblower tells Congress the former FBI director James Comey inserted 2 female agent honeypots inside Trump's 2016 campaign, separate from the Russia hoax investigation. Jim Hoff reports. According to an FBI whistleblower, former director James Comey inserted 2 female agents inside the Trump campaign in 2016. The Washington Times reported that the female agents were directed to act as honeypots and travel with Trump and his staff. This was off the books operation and was separate from Comey and Obama's crossfire hurricane operation that has targeted Trump's base on false Russia collusion lies. For years now, we have not seen any high-level whistleblowers for the FBI during the debunked crossfire hurricane investigation of President Trump. The entire FBI and DOJ was in an assault on candidate and then President Trump for years. It was later well documented that it was Hillary Clinton who had created the lie from the whole cloth. Now, the whistleblower told Congress that the investigation was hid from the DOJ Inspector General Michael Horowitz, another lackey for the regime. The details of this investigation was kept from President Trump's criminal defense counsels. This is the latest piece of evidence that details the absolute criminal mindset of the current FBI. As the Washington Times reported, former FBI Assistant Director Chris Swecker said the report is true and is a booming, egregious violation of the rules of governing Attorney General and the FBI. It is an unprecedented infiltration of a presidential campaign, which is sensitive. It is sensitive to the point that it would have to be approved by the Attorney General and would have to be predicated. And in this case, I'm not even hearing any predication. It would have to be on the books anyway, regardless. Mr. Trump launched his first presidential campaign on June 16th of 2015 at Trump Tower in New York City, about a year before the FBI opened the Crossfire Hurricane, a counterintelligence investigation into whether members of the Trump campaign coordinated knowingly or unknowingly with the Russian government's efforts to meddle into the 2016 election. I'll leave that case up to you, although I think that's absolutely ridiculous to find out the FBI does this and that we somehow still are just accepting this as a people. We're a corrupt banana republic. Well, frustration boils as Pennsylvania voters witnessed non-English speaking citizens escorted past long lines to vote. A report by Jim Hoff. A shocking scene reportedly unfolded at his satellite election office in South Park Ice Rink in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, where early voters who had been waiting for hours witnessed van loads of non-English speaking citizens allegedly escorted to the front of translators to cast their ballots. According to X user Emma Croward, at least 3 buses arrived with individuals being guided in by representatives from Vote Today, Pennsylvania, a vote mobilization group funded by the progressive organization Working Families Power, which advocates for causes like economic fairness, racial justice, gender equality, climate sustainability. As some of these individuals have been seen wearing hooded sweatshirts to say Vote Today, Pennsylvania printed on them. One witness described a disorganized scene claiming they had these people, they had about 12 of them, walked on who were all foreigners, and they took them up to these young people, helped them fill out, they say Vote Today PA, and somehow they beat a 2-hour line. And then when they walked up, and the one lady, they were even asking her, they were like, "We don't have you in the system. Your name's not right." And they're like, "Oh, we'll take it back and change it." "How do you change your damn name?" the witness added. Illegal voters were cutting lines. We have the video for you here. Check this out. It's absolutely insane. This is a sort of world that we live in, and it leaves me feeling disgusted that this is our country.
No, they had these people, they had about 12 of them walked in, they were all foreigners, and then they took them up, these younger people helped them to fill out they say Vote PA Today, and then they took them up, and somehow they beat a 2-hour line, and then they walked up, and the one lady, they were even asking her, they're like, "We don't have you in the system, your name's not right," and they're like, "Oh, well, we'll take it back and change it."
Yeah.
How do you change your damn name?
Exactly, yeah. Well, thank you.
That being said, it's remarkable to see that this is what our country's turned to. Now, if you want more videos like this, don't forget to leave a comment down below and a like on this video. If you want to subscribe to our mug club, you can do so at thegatewaypundit.com. My name is Elijah Schaffer. Thank you so much again for watching the Weekend Review. Have a great rest of the week as always. Don't forget to support our sponsor, MyPillow. You can use promo code Elijah to get the MyPillow for $14.88. Anyway, have a great rest of the week, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.